And hello everybody, welcome to Monsters and Bust, or Bust. I don't even know my own. Yes. Okay, I did put my music a little bit louder on my end. That's better, that's better, that's better. And I don't see any, no, you know what? I am going to check my own sound. I can hear myself talk. No, of course have the problem. Whatever. If you can hear the music, okay? If you cannot and you want to hear the music, tell me. I will up the volume a little bit. Cheers. I had a little bit too relaxing day today. Yes, those exist. As I wanted to paint all day, which I plan on every Saturday. I have done a lot of work that I still needed to do, but it could have been done on another day. But okay, I put some videos on YouTube. I have noticed that a lot of my YouTube videos were not even publicly yet, so I put those in public. My last 3 streams I also put over there, so if you want to see them, not on Twitch but on YouTube, you can. I am even thinking about streaming on YouTube. I know that it's possible with the stream manager from Streamlabs. Only then I also need to see chat over there, and that's a little bit of a problem. That would mean a second. I do have a second monitor that I can put here, but
Tactical nuke incoming!
Hello. That is a good sound. Now I am awake. Hey, hello, Viking Pie, Ladies of the Muses Touch, Mini Mommy, Chanua. Muses Touch herself, of course. Yay, the purple wave. Yes. I was just filling time with a little bit of talk what I have done today instead of painting. But welcome. Thank you for the stream, Carol. And I know you have a game later, so have fun for that when you go there. But I guess we will hear that, of course. And hello, Aspire Painting. I saw some really cool minis the last few minutes that I watched the stream. I should really check out those Discords a little bit more often. But yeah, it's always too much Discords to follow, too much great people to follow. My list of followers for Twitch is already so long. I get only messages. It's online, streaming. Yeah. Which one shall? Whatever. Yeah, I thought so. At least you told us. Yeah, you can notice maybe that for those who do not watch, have watched my stream yet. I always drink quite a lot of coffee, and the more nervous I am, and I don't know why I'm nervous. I mean, it's not the first time I'm streaming. I inappropriately keep drinking lots of coffee in between everything that I am babbling and doing. Good. As a bad joke. Already?
Take a shot.
That was just coffee. That was my signal for. Oh, and by the way, the wild deer has been caught by Chanua. And let's see, can we get it? Yes, we can get it. Look at that. That was my last black rum, or black heart rum. Cheers, Viking pie. He must have been thinking it might help with the nerves. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, that's one thing we can do. Thank you very much for the cheer, for that kind of cheer. Yes, well, you cannot get me drunk. Well, you can try. So I have the button for cheers, but I do not drink just one drink, as that was my last bottle of Bacardi Blackheart. I have now a French cognac for shots. Yeah. Okay. But that's in about half an hour possible again. And I still have to paint. At least. Oh. Sorry. Alcohol numbs my mouth. That was a little bit too big of a gulp of hot coffee. As I was trying to say before I had to drink, 3 monsters walk onto my painting table. Sounds like a bad joke. I have a 3D printed zombyholder. I have already, as you can see, been working on a little bit. The idiotic thing is, when I printed it and I saw it just as a clear print, I saw exactly, hey, that is that, that is that, that is that. Yeah, those are eyeballs, that is this. Then I printed it and I have now completely lost what is what. So I'm trying to get some color here and there just to distinguish what is what. And he's at least a lot of drooling. And his anti-magic eye he has already lost, so that's only good for if you are trying to use this one in D&D. The second one is a red ogre. I have started with some airbrushing. Didn't like that, so I just painted it over with a brush. A very pink skin color. I do not know exactly what one. It was from Vallejo for all the skin, and the hair is not brown. I did use, I'm just telling this for people who want to know, a Citadel ogre flesh. I believe it's now called Reichland flesh shade. Yes, I'm an old school Warhammer player, and yes, these are not even the oldest colors I have. I still have colors that that came from really older bottles, but I used this wash also for the flesh to give it a more shading, and I will be highlighting them later. And one of my favorites are mimics, so I found a 3D or an STL file for a closet mimic. I didn't have that one yet, and also this one is just primed black, then primed gray and white, so get already a little bit of shading in it. And then I used a I believe burnt sienna, I believe a burnt sienna inked with airbrush, and I still have to paint the rest. Those are the 3 monsters for today. And yes, I was painting a lovely bust. Stas was talking about. It's my Daybreak bust. It's not the official name. Officially, this is the Mocking Girl Serenity bust from, now I have to look, Axilla. You can find her and her work on my mini factory. I printed this one for Viking Pie. I am still very curious what he is going to do with it. But this 3D print, the print did work. only with taking off all the supports. It was printed upside down. Like this, about this. And all the supports were on here, and all the beaks of the hummingbirds did break off. One hummingbird did completely break off. There were some more vines and flowers in here. They all broke off. So I was already printing a second one. I could take a little bit more care with that one. So that one was for Viking Pie. And I decided to, yeah, you know what? Let's try a 2-color bust. As I am also skin tones is still, especially for big busts, not really my thing yet. Then I got the idea, the moon is shining from here, the sun, sorry, and the sun is setting on this side, so we get this color, and I'm still working on that, only not today. Oh, and I'm painting this one for a Goblin's Inspiration, just like Muse's Touches monthly challenge. He has also a challenge. Well, yeah, it's a challenge to, more like a challenge to get you painted than a challenge to compete for being a better painter or whatever. No prizes included, just for the honor, and trying to finish something in a month. Yeah, which is for me very hard. I mean, as you can already notice, I have been painting Nagash for several months even. Never done so long over money to paint in. I have painted at least 3-4 streams a month, and I only stream 2 times a week. So yeah, that was Nagash. Still busy on him, still working on him. I have for Muse's Touch January challenge, I am painting this nice girl, and it's original. It is a 75mm giantess. Yeah, just like Muse's Touch said, it's just to paint, to get people painting, and to see what others paint in the same time. So this is for the Muse's Touch January's challenge. I'm going to try to change that into a inspirational. Oh no, I had another word in mind. I will remember. So that's a little bit of work, and today I had something like, hey, I have those 3 also on my desk still. Let's see if we can get them painted. An initiative, a painting initiative. That sounds much better. And I am going to start with the red ogre. It's from Reap. So, looks like a body for a Night Wisper's Frost Giant he's doing. Yeah, well, I must say, I have seen a lot of giants, as I'm already painting quite some years, and most of them are always male. And the moment I saw that mini, originally you could also print it as a 32mm model. Meaning that it was bigger than 32mm. This one is also bigger than 75 millimeters. Yes, it is a half giantess. With the moment I saw that one and read giantess, if I print that one on 7.5mm, what their standard was, and it is almost 100 millimeters. Well, just to compare, this would be about 70, a little smaller than 75. I guess this one is more 65, but you can see the difference in height. I immediately had something like, that is a really, really cool and pretty giant. So I mean, most of the yeah. There are pretty ones, but they are always too feminine. Not that I have a problem with that, but they are not, yeah. I hope you understand what I'm going to, going with that. You can notice that my English is not my first language. I am pretty good at it, but to be honest, in Dutch I am most of the time exactly the same. Cannot get the words that I need or want to say, as my brain is already an hour ahead of me. But yes, so that's indeed a little bit how I work. I start painting with a lot, and yeah, sometimes I lose interest. Sometimes 3-4 times a day. That's why I try to do those monthly initiatives. Okay. That was not Yoda. Yeah, well, it was the voice of Yoda, but I got a WhatsApp. Doesn't mind. Good. Back to painting and a little bit explanation of it. I am highlighting the skin. I am using a Reaper Triad, or at least colors from a Reaper Triad, the rosy skin tone. And this is the shadow tone. And I have to remember this combination together with the Citadel wash, the ogre in flesh. They fit really good together. Looks really nice and natural. And I did thin the paint a little bit down. So thinner. I normally do not use water to thin down my paints. Not that is something bad, of course. Just I have decided that let's see what is all in there. I use a combination of an airbrush thinner, an acrylic thinner, flow improver, and matte medium. In a certain, not very secret combination, but if you want to know. Oh, sorry. Who else has drop a bottle of the cap break using valet? I don't. Drop a bottle of which the cap break? With the cap you mean this thing or this thing? Oh, I get you. You don't. I would. The white one, the cap. No, I've never had that problem. At least not with a Vallejo one. It did break? Wow. I did have that problem with the scale color bottle. That's not this one, but they have changed from the same bottle caps as Vallejo and a lot of other and scale color. They have changed to these new ones, and I had a bottle that the middle part came out. Somehow pushed it out. So, but Vallejo I never had. And well, and I am guessing that you are breaking like on this side or on the top. Now I'm just curious about how it looks. I mean, if you need a new cap, I have some. Most of the bottles that I empty, I wash out, and if the bottle itself is still, if I can get really clean, I also keep the bottle. But if the cap and the nozzle are oh, right here. This part over here. Damn. Yeah, well, that is. And I have a Vallejo, and if I compare it to Reaper, do I have other Vallejo where I have the same thing? No, these are smooth. Because I can see here somehow it looks like a mold line. But I have never seen that on other bottles, as far as I know. Very strange. Now, this one has also a little bit. I never had it, and now 2 in 2 weeks. Damn. That's not good. Must be a bad batch or something, I guess. I have to. But again, my question: are you in need of two new caps? I mean, I cannot give them right now, but next week we have Dungeons and Dragons again. If I'm right. Any spare? Maybe next week? Yeah, no problem. And I have spare enough. I can even tell you, I have a special box with labeled dropper bottle parts. Not only dropper bottles, but Do you want some white ones or black ones? Or they are used. But I mean, I even have a blue one. So you can certainly have some. No problem. One black and one white, okay. And so you know, oh, one moment I will put them over here. Then I know when the stream ends, I can put them with my Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And they will head your way. I knew it came in handy to not throw them away. Especially also for myself. Even though my caps have not been breaking on me, but especially those nozzles. Also one of those things that sometimes keep happening. Certain bottles, they not that they that is what you say. Yeah, I to be honest, I'm sometimes really a hoarder of stuff that I really think it's a little bit maybe an old-fashioned thing. Oh, I think I should not throw that away. I can always use it for something. And once every five years I have to make room, and then I decide I haven't used that for about a year, let's throw that away. And everything that I have been keeping for over 5 years, no, not that. That I could still use somewhere, somehow. Oh, some nice veiny arms. Somewhere in the next decade, oh certainly. I mean, I have learned my lessons. As I said, after a few years, I decide, hey, I haven't used that for a long time, or do I even have that? Let's throw it away. And the next day, I need it. So, yeah. It's always good to have some spare stuff laying around, but I do know that a lot of times I keep stuff a little bit too long. Just to be safe. Hey Tony, hello, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Woo. Thank you very much for the...
Papaya Pariah subbed and is one of the Baldylocks now. Thank you, Papaya Pariah, for supporting our channel.
Already 3
Good evening.
months. Damn, thank you very much. Yeah, I have to, after the stream, I will have to check. I see I have already, oh no, that's right. He sees myself also. I thought I had an extra sub, 5th sub, but as you are streaming, you are subbing on your own channel. Thank you very much. It's the Reaper, a red ogre. No. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the first time that I paint such a big red. Normal my reds are smaller. And indeed about the... thank you, Papa Pariah. The mini is indeed very cool. I needed again a little break from my normal painting stuff. Do I have normal painting stuff? Yeah, the stuff that I started painting and that still is lying around somewhere. I got the idea about, hey, it's monster or bust, and I have been painting the bust last week, so let's start painting a few monsters. And okay, great, Tony is going to join the Muses Touch challenge. Nice. It's for those who do not know, just in case, and do know the Fairyvole and Friends challenge. We are together. Oh, maybe I can get a link to that. I don't know if you have the link ready. Why am I going to Twitch? Because it starts with a T. And why am I? There we have. I of course have to find the right. Yeah, it's a really great. No, I should make it. Ah, there we have it. Should make a small list with this kind of links. So this is the poll. Everybody who wants to vote and to do the challenge, you don't need to be on Muses Touch's Discord, as far as I know. You can do it also on Twitter. But we are voting for a model to paint. It will be a Reaper model. And we have till when I'm right about we are going to vote now for what model to paint. We can buy it. Maybe we already have it. We don't know yet. And we are going to paint it and show everybody in March what we did with it. And the nice thing is, even though everybody has the same model, everybody has another take on it. And the differences are sometimes really great. You will see all the kinds of different things that people do with just one mini. And I'm not only talking about different kind of color combinations, but there are so many options. I have done the Tarvel and Friends 2 challenge. I have Muse's Touches. No, yeah. Was it? Yeah, he was already doing the third. No, I am. And I did last year also the Muse's Touch and Friends. Or the Muse and Friends challenge. And there were so many different things on that model. It was amazing. That also, one thing that I often say, if you ask 10 mini painters how they would paint a certain thing, it would be very weird if you do not get at least 5 different answers. And probably you are going to get 10 answers because everybody has a slightly different technique, idea, color choice. So yeah, if it's completely, yeah, you have to buy the mini if you don't have it. That's the only cost you have. Yeah, and the paint and time you have to spend on painting it. And now I have to concentrate a little bit. I am painting a rat's ass. I don't give a rat's ass. No, I am painting one. Come on, I do have the... Right. And I used to be able, I am still able, but when 10 years ago, when I wanted to paint a mini like this, I would certainly never have done it in so much time. I would have done all this the same, but then just took out a dry brush and dry brush the hell out of it, which is certainly not something wrong. But especially with layering, what I am doing right now, I think that as I am not painting for only tabletop mini, I am also painting it just to get it looking really nice. Something I have been calling Tabletop Plus. This will certainly not be a showcase model. But just that little bit extra effort that a non-wargame player, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, there are lots and lots of wargame players that paint even their minis even with more time consuming methods than I do. I just mean overall tabletop of the war game players are the people who want the minis to be finished rather soon. Sooner than later. Viking Pie, when are you going to paint display or competition level? Well, I have been training for this for over 30 years. So, in a year or 30, I guess, maybe. Or maybe even a little bit sooner. I mean, another 30. Yeah. Well, maybe I can shave off 10 years, as in about 15 years I am maybe able to get my pension. So then I would have a little bit more. I would have a little bit more time for painting. So yeah, and yeah, shaky hands, bad eyes. It's good that I don't need my knees for painting. So, thank you for the Twitter follow. Okay, oh, that's Papa Pariah following music. That's good. Let's see how we. Luckily, this is quite a big model, so even with thin paints, if you have done the effective first layer, you can start immediately again with where you started. But I will not, because I have some more minis on my desk that I want to give a little bit of attention. Yeah, I am looking at the mini right now. It's not as dark, at least the contrast on my screen is a little bit the contrast is not as heavy as on my screen at least. It's look very dark brown, but it's more a reddish brown. And I am going to paint. He has some nice veins over there. Now I'm going to look to my own veins. I have nice showing veins. They are a little bit more of the bluish kind. And very light blue even. Meaning, let's see. Oh. And I have learned from Gorilla with a brush. Well, there are people who can directly paint it straight on the model, like tattoos, or when you are doing veins or stuff that is under the skin. There are people who can exactly mimic that with just by painting it on the mini. But the little trick he showed us is if it is under your skin, then also painting it under the skin. Meaning I am going to use a little bit of a grayish blue or bluish gray, whatever you combination you prefer. What color was it? Snow Shadow from Reaper. Thin it down a little bit. I do not want to have a really thick coat of paint on it. Okay, is this? Oh, that's on. Did I miss so much on stream? Both turns out. Oh yeah, that's for the. That's a little bit between Music Dot and Papa Pariah. Right. I've guess I lost the story a little bit while painting, but I believe it's more between the three of you. Which is perfect. Oh, about polls on Twitter. I have one of the things that I did today instead of painting, I have made for my fallen hair community challenge, as I have been calling it now. I have also made a poll on Twitter and on Instagram for the people who do not have Discords or maybe want to vote on another mini too. Oh, and YouTube, yes, also on YouTube. Oh, you have seen that one? Yay! Yeah, I saw that it was a possibility. Wanted to try it out. On Twitter, the one only can run for a week. Unfortunately. For those who do not know, I did last year a community challenge for my fallen hairs. That's you know, the channel point rewards. That's why I am painting Nagash. That was my community challenge. I need a new challenge for this year, as he's almost finished. Almost. And if you are on Discord, what was the... Then that you can... I have three options. Right now it's looks like I am going to paint a bust of Thieves, a Thiefling. I believe he's an Inquisitor officially. More of a witch hunter type, but it looks a little bit like Hellboy. Oh, you like that one? Yeah, a lot of people do, as it has I did check this few hours ago. The Thieves Bust is running quite, this is #1. Also on Twitter. On my Discord, the second option is I am going to paint 6 Marvel X-Men from Come On. The Kickstarter with minis, of course, and a game that I backed. And I'm, to be honest, quite afraid to start to paint them because they are quite iconic. And the third option are all models from Masters of the Universe Battleground. The game that I did buy last year with, of course, the very nice and cool Masters of the Universe models. Also quite iconic. And also something like, if I start painting those, little bit afraid. So, but then it would not be a challenge. The polls are about not if I am really going to paint them, but to decide which one you would like to throw me into the challenge, so you can spend your fallen hairs to see if you can all get enough points together, so that you have to get me to paint it. Something like this. As I am, for all 3 things, I am afraid is not the real word, but I mean, I did buy them to get them painted at some point. But hey, it's if you are going to spend a lot of fallen hairs for it, instead of getting me drunk or drowning myself with cups of coffee, I mean, you can give me a hydrate. Now I have to check. No. And, well, one thing I will certainly never do, or at least not purposely, drink cold coffee. Good. I will now see that I am going to get my... And I did make a little mistake. Normally, with models like this, it is better to dry brush first and then start painting. So I have to be really careful now. Right. The color I used was not brown. Yeah, not brown from Reaper. And normally I always used a lighter brown. I am going to use a somewhat lighter brown, but I am going to use Terminator's Stone. That is a special dry brush. It's almost a paste. I need a smaller brush to that one. And of course, never use, if you are going to dry brush, never use a very expensive, well, never, there are, like Citadel brushes are really great, the dry brushes anyhow, but they are quite expensive. And like this brush is from the Action, so I believe I paid about €5 for 12 of these. Well, not all the same, but they come in 12 different brushes, And I also have bought myself some cheap makeup brushes. They work really great as dry brushes. As this kind of painting for those really expensive brushes, I cannot notice that the expensive brushes last longer with dry brushing than the cheap ones. So why would you buy those very expensive brushes if you can do exactly the same with cheaper ones? I mean, for the difference of the brush in price, I can almost buy 2 pots of paint. But then, yeah, it's everybody's own decision. So this dry brush is a little bit too light. I want it still to be a little bit more darker, but I make it this light, and I'm going even lighter with some, what is this? Praxetti white. Only on the very high places. And then I will use a sepia wash. Oh yeah, right. This is a very old bottle with a very old dry brushing paste. It's still usable, but very thick. Well, that's what we want with dry brush paints. They need to be thicker than normal paints. You can see the brown is almost gone. Not on screen. But now I have made the highlights, and by adding the wash, I will get that very almost white color out of there. But I also want to keep a little bit more of the, oh, right, that was my blue-gray paint. That still has not dried, so I did not put the gray paint on my wet palette. I put it in a well palette, and I put the sepia wash in the same one. As normally paints I do on my wet palette and washes on my well palette. Let's get a bigger brush. Where do I have the, there he is, the number 2 Reaper. I could be using the brown wash, but then the highlights, I want to give it a little bit more of a blonde look. And that's why I'm using the sepia wash. And of course, always need a little bit more of the wash than I initially always thought. Now it has a little bit more of a yellowish tone to it. And I am still going to use the brown wash, but only on as long as the other wash is still wet. I'm going to shade it down a little bit. So the wash you normally already use to shade, I'm going to shade even a little bit more. In fact, I'm just mixing those two together a little bit. Certain places. And it also means that this mini will have to dry. And as you can see, I don't have seen, let's see how it is on screen about the no, those veins are really popping out a little bit too much. But as I said, there was a little trick to it. I am taking the highlight skin color, thin it down quite a lot, not too much. So almost making it to a glaze. Going over those veins. So they blend in a little bit more with the skin color. It's something you can also do with tattoos. And sometimes with the, if you're painting the afternoon beards for men, the 5 o'clock beard, or the 5 o'clock shade, I believe they call it. If you put a little bit of a thin down skin tone over it, then it is not as normally you would use a black for it, for example, then it's still very, very black. In this case, it gets a little bit the skin tone back, so it shines, it looks like it shines through the skin. Coffee. Now, about the wood of this, or you can buy, let's see if you can, the more I paint, the more I think fucking up. Yeah. That's not good. But I can assure you, as I'm going to show you here, right here, fucking up is sometimes a good learning thing. I mean, this mini looks on the front, looks really great. On the both sides, you can see that it is a 3D print. You see those nice islands of layering. And I did not sand down the back, as those are the places where the supports were, and I didn't see them just after I painted the whole thing. So yeah, but now I have something, oh yeah, well, to be honest, yeah, I could sand it down right now. But then I would have to make the back actually looks good. They look like nuts, yeah. And that's the same with this. It looks a little bit like wood grain. So I am not going to change it. I'm going to. I'm also. There is already quite some difference in color. Few places are quite dark, some other places are a little bit lighter. I like it as is, so I'm totally going to concentrate on the monster, on the mimic. And I see I see a nice tongue, I see a lot of teeth, some eyes in there, really nice. And of course tentacles. So for tentacles we need pink. And I have quite some pink over here. You know that there is a color called tentacle pink. Now I'm not really sure if that is Vallejo or Games Workshop. I think it is Games Workshop. Now I am considering how do I want the pink to look. I want why not? Oh. Right. Reaper does have a brain pink, or brains pink, but that is a little bit too light. Would although be maybe a nice, very nice highlight color. I was going for the tentacles maybe a little bit more to the purple side, but now I see this nice pink. It is also leaning a little bit to the more red pinkish. So I'm going to use that one as a base color. Ooh, nice thin. And use the old rose or rosé as a highlight for the tentacles. I'm guessing that I will do the rest also with the same pink, but those highlights I will make more with a skin color. Now I am just seeing them. This is a tentacle, this is a tentacle, this is its tongue. That could be more reddish, and not reddish, but more reddish. I learned from my streaming sometimes. I see this as although reddish is red, so oh yeah, I see this more as the head of the mimic popping out of his camouflage closet disguise. It's also the first time I'm using this color. I did buy this this color last year in Arnhem. There was once a year in April, I believe, there is a little, and I mean really small convention called FIGS, which is short for figurines or figures, meaning I'm not German. Yeah, oh, yeah, I know, but I'm trying to sound English. It's Arnhem. I know. And I live near the German border. Sorry. And I'm somehow guessing that Americans, or at least English, sound a little bit more to the German side when they pronounce Arnhem. Yeah, okay. I have no idea why I pronounce it like that. But anywho, there is a nice little convention all about minis, figure painting, a little bit diorama stuff. It's really small, but really nice to see. And of course, they sell paint, and somehow I had something like, I do not have enough pink in my collection, as that is an impossible color, of course, to self-create. Yeah, I mean, what colors do you need to make pink? I have no idea. I mean, I don't have all kinds of red. I don't have, I do not even have several different kinds of white. So that's absolutely impossible to make. Let's buy some extra very vibrant pink that is called pink, just in case I need it. And hey, look, I need it. No, you just saw the bottle just 5 seconds before you started shaking it. But shh, don't tell that to everybody. I will of course make the mouth a little bit more red. But let's get everything first nice and pink. I still haven't seen a reaction from Pete the Hydrated, so I am afraid he is no longer with us, at least not online. Sorry, I know one of those things, huh? Watch out what I'm saying. Sorry, Pete. Yes. I know there are very much ways of saying that people are dead, that can be used in different ways, that are not always but I was aiming at he loves pink, and I am now using pink, and he is not here. Poor Pete. No, he's missing out his favorite color. I think this is a really nice base color. It will need a second layer. It has some nice possibilities, as I want to go for certain parts with more of a skin color, some parts a little bit more reddish, red. Yeah. Maybe it's better for the tongue to end in a nice red. I have sorted all. I had my paints sorted out on my racks, but yeah, they are now all everywhere. What is this? Brilliant red. I have sorted them into everything that I am painting. So I have a little bit better oversight in what I use for my projects, like yeah, I know. Right. For your information, that was my bust falling on the ground. She lost the top of her hair. This is not a big problem. Why did I have to? Yes, indeed. Okay. Of course, it did fall exactly on the top, but I just wanted to see, yeah, fail, big fail. This is how I sort my projects nowadays. Yeah. And of course, I have to take the one that is the least balanced. I will go look for the rest of her parts after the stream. Those things do happen. I mean, the foot is no problem. And well, the top of her hair, I did find one part already, but I don't know if it is that. No, there's still another part that has to go. Oh, I already have over here. Only thing now that part, yeah. It's not a big. I'm already very glad that the birds are at least okay. And the branches. Oh, we have missing a tip over there. Oh. Yes, she did break. I was very clever in grabbing, getting the less balanced example of what I wanted to show. These are my project trays. I mean, if I had taken this one, it was completely clear how or what, and nothing can fall off. See, these are all the paints that I am using for Nagash. Now I have to get my my daybreak girl. It's most of it, the most important parts are still okay. Only the top of her hair, that nice curl, is gone somewhere. I will see if I can find it after the stream. A little bit repair work to do. Yeah, well, okay. Those things happen. Let's just keep it. It was at least not finished. and I'm painting it for myself. So then I have so, I mean, if it was a commission that I had to paint, then I would have thought a little bit different about this little not so happy accident. Yeah. And of course, normally I have a lot of things that are magnetized. I have still been thinking about putting some. I have those metal sheets, the self-adhesive metal sheets that you can also use for in your boxes where you want to put your magnetized models in with the magnetized bases, so they. Okay. There was a certain ping. Oh, I don't know why. Oh, probably. Oh, I still have. Probably from Twitter, from Twit, a sub. No, if it was a sub, we would have heard a little bit of a different sound effect. And it's also not a follower. Oh God, this is the same number we had yesterday. One moment. Yeah, insanity, very nice, but okay, you know what, let's mix it up again a little bit. No, I think it was a message on Twitter. I still had the Twitter feed open on my web browser. I'm already liking very the whole brightness of this pink. And let's see if we can get it to work. And now I know what I was looking for a nice red that does match. Let's see, this is fuck this a little bit. This was brilliant red, if I'm right. Brilliant red. That one does not have a red. What more reds do we have? Oh wait, Pale color. Oh, you need a Antares red. An Aldebaran red. No, this is a little bit more to the orange. And Viking Pie, even on my wet palette, the paints are drying fast. Okay. You have put enough water in it? I mean, in the summer I can understand, but not that that warm and dry, I would say. But then, yeah, somehow even with my wet palette and that magical membrane from Redgrass games, if I put a lid on it, the next day at least, everything is quite dry, not dried out, but a lot of moisture has gone. And why not? Oh, that's nice. Why are you popping up? No idea. The tongue, it still has a nice little bit of slime on it. But I want to make it a little bit, ending a little bit more in a reddish, in a red color. And I'm going to mix it a little bit with the pink. Let's see if I can slowly get it to the pink color. A little bit of wet blending. A little bit too thick paint. I want to make it a little longer, meaning I want the color red a little bit closer to the mouth, and then wet blend it into a little bit of the, oh, that's better, yeah. Emily says to go to the game. Yay, enjoy, have fun, but you certainly will. Thank you for your stream, for everything, for the raid, and see you next time. Thank you very much. I will. Unless more stupid accidents happen, but I'll be okay. Old rose. It is almost a, come on, wheels. This is almost a very a skin color like. Let's see if we can get it. Me like it very much. This is a good combo to remember. Still had a little bit of the I didn't want the tentacles to be too purple. I guess with this combination I have done it quite the way I had hoped. And that's a lot of painting. Smeagol. Okay, is that the little brother of Smeagol? A lot of learning with painting is still also trying out things that you have never done, not only known techniques. Hey, David! If I had a cupboard like that, I take out fire insurance. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's I'm a sucker for beholders and for mimics. So yeah, it's monster or bust, why not? And glad you like it. And how is it with David? Oh, we had a failed print. That's always a big bummer. Seems if you unplug, you will have to re-zero the... Yeah, I have heard something like that. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh. then I hope that it was only the print that is got damaged and not the machine itself too. Yep, I've learned how to reset a resin tray properly. Hey, hello Discs. That is a really interesting comment. Yeah, my suggestion, don't put too much food in it. Welcome to the stream. And nice to see you. I don't know if you have ever seen somebody like this. Yes, he's still alive. This is Reaper's red ogre. Oh yeah, I thought you would love that. And well, I do have a zombie beholder or zombie holder, just in case I do not have enough work for with the other two. I thought, let's make it a real monster stream today. And there has already been enough happening. I just had one of the chatters had a misprint and I had a print falling down. That nice bust that I am painting with one blue, one red part of the face just fell down on the floor, broke some pieces off. Yee. The main part is still okay, and I am sure I will be able to repair it. And luckily I painted for myself. I dropped it, yeah. I wanted to show to my chatters how I am organizing some klungel. Yes, indeed. I mean the less worse part, the foot broke off. I can fix that, but also her nice swirly hair did did break off. I did find one part, but there are some more parts to find. The rest is still okay. But don't know how to now you don't have to translate. It's I think everybody understands what that word means. Klungel. Is it? No, we have it again. Is it een Achterhoeks word, or is klungel also really completely Dutch? I am not sure that in Amsterdam, for example, they would understand what that word was. Completely Dutch. Okay, then they should understand it. Yeah. Yeah. What is this? Pink flesh. Okay. No, I'm going to. Oh, I still have all my wet pellets. let's see if I add the rosy shadow. Did I put it straight on? Oh yeah. Now my question with this color combo, and I can only see it when I have been painting it all, but I'm glad to see you painting. I'm still on a painting block. Oh damn. Yeah, I must say, it's lately mainly my my energy levels are were a little bit low. As you know, with the whole Christmas stuff and everything. But I have also now found out that it is certainly not all about all the hours I normally have to work, as I did not. I have made only. I cannot seem to get any inspiration to paint, convert, or build miniatures. Well, it's for me. It's. Damn. For me it is, I don't find the energy to paint. I can literally come home all day long. Oh, I want to paint tonight, and go home, sit here, and then I just watch at everything and on my desk, and the energy is gone. But I do now know that it is more about the type of work I am doing and not the hours that I am working. As I have been doing casa work, you know, at the end of our lines where you have to put as a crazy guy all the packages of meat in the boxes in the right amount, check the labels if they are still okay, and that for 50 packages a minute. And I did that this week, and I have energy left. I don't say I have painted every day, but I have at least I did this week I have at least painted 3 days or 3 evenings, at least an hour. So that was on my part at least a good sign. As I on Monday I have made very clear to my boss and some of my co-workers that I am done working on my sausage line, or what was my sausage line 14, because we still have problems with it, and our technicians cannot fix it, and the people from the factory will not fix it because it's not all original, and now their software does not do what it should be doing with all the not original parts, but the original parts are no longer available. So it's that kind of situation. And after 3 months struggling through that, I have said enough is enough. I am not going back to that line, and since then it's going, with my energy levels, it's going up. So for me that's a good sign. Now to find something for you to find inspiration. Yeah, The only thing that I can say, I am, that's now maybe a little bit too late in the month, but I am always painting something for Goblin Inspiration. I don't know if that is something you would like to do, or if that something like that would give you inspiration. Now I am trying to get that flesh over here. Yeah, I have of course the same base color, so it all looks a little bit the same. Damn. So I have to use something else, a wash maybe, on the rest. A wash, and I have my old, very old-fashioned ogre wash still out. As it is, I believe, still believe it is called nowadays Whiteland Flesh Shade, if I am correct, which indicates it is made for flesh. So it will give the whole fleshy parts a little different color. And this is literally again a nice experiment. As I said earlier, sometimes painting and learning things to paint is trying out stuff. And a wild perusal? What the heck is a perusal? Sounds like a plushie, only a little bit different. Oh, and I'm completely off camera. This indeed does give this nice pink. Pokemon names. They let a cat walk over the keyboard. Yeah, indeed. Or they ask Pete the Hydrator to type. Sometimes that does that. Fighting Pie related or not, I was thinking of bringing an art book to the next Spelt meeting. It is from the movie theater Mondo and has their film poster design also from Star Wars. If you're interested, I can bring it. Okay. Movie theater Mondo. Oh, like that. Okay. So as examples, learning stuff with, yeah, sure. No, I should now stop. Oh no, I see a little part that I did forget. Adding more has no use as it is as best. It's still wet, but it already has still a little bit similar color, and still also just enough difference to give it a different look than the tentacles, and that was very good in going for. And it's the best of their collection. They make their own movie posters. Okay. Now, those people do know a lot about colors and how to use it, and the same what you showed me on Instagram. They have I do not know what the name is for that's Instagram account, but they take a still from a movie with all kinds of color gradations in it, and they break it down into the colors, that kind of stuff. Yeah, certainly, sure, I'm interested. And well, you said something like Star Wars. That was the color coding. Yeah. Now, back to the red ogre. It's the wash is dry on the furry part. Now I have decided that his loincloth, I could make it leather color, a very dark leather color, but there's still a little bit, still a lot of brown and brownish colors going on there. So I want to make it a little bit more colorful. And I was going to go for red. And the nice thing, I have a nice, very bright red ready on my palette. And I will use later on a wash again to dirty it down a little bit. As I can imagine that a red ogre does not change his clothes every few days. That is that. Then let's get to the... I cannot really say that is a belt he is wearing. It is more of a big chain, although it is on the back quite flat. Yeah, wash day tomorrow, nothing clean, right? Yep. That's why he's looking so happy. It's still itching in that part of his body. It is a nice so, what I wanted to say, he has... Be right back, 2 minutes. Yeah, no problem. So I'm going to make it all metal. That gives me a really great opportunity to try out my new metal alchemy colors. Better said, the scale color true metal colors. And if you compare them to other metal colors, they have a little bit the same system. I mean, this is Warlock Bronze. Games Workshop shade base color for metal colors. It looks a little bit the same. The only thing is, this is more of a rusty brown metallic color, but still we have a red ogre. I can also not imagine he is keeping his the metal chains very nice and shiny. A bigger brush, and of course my metal paints, I am not putting them on my wet palette. There's a lot of people keep saying that the metal parts will get into the water of the wet palette and you get a lot of metal flakes in the rest of your paints. I have to say, to be honest, I'm not really buying that. I mean, inks I can get, but metal paints, that would mean that the metal parts are so much smaller than the normal paint parts. Otherwise, those would also be going through the membrane or parchment paper or whatever you are using. So, but okay. Hey, Chewy MP, welcome, welcome, and thank you very much. It's the little red ogre from Reaper. David agrees. Probably with my story about the metal paints and the wet palettes. Let's see. That's maybe there are metal parts on that one. You know what? Let's make it all metal. Keep it a little bit. The main part, of course, why I bought these metal paints, I didn't even know that Scale Color had true metal paints at first. And I'm also a sucker, of course, to try out paints that I don't know. And I am quite a fan of Scale Color, so if those paints are very much to my liking, it's also very possible that the metal paints are also to my liking. We will see. So far, I like them. They are at least not thicker than other metal paints that I normally use. This one does give a nice coverage. But yeah, there are a lot of paints who do that. The main reason I wanted to try them out, they have some, oops, the other paint pots. That's one of the things you do have to do if you're using true metallic paints. Use a different paint pot to rinse your brushes in, otherwise all your paints become metallic.
Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a
Oh.
shot. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot.
And David Collier, may I distract you? Yeah, sure. No, certainly. I'm painting too well. Oh God. Well, there goes my first shot of my. Thank you.
David at Koldarenko has shared bits.
Whoa,
Thank you,
whoa,
David
whoa,
at
David,
Koldarenko, for supporting the channel.
Whoa. Ah. Okay, now I really need a shot.
David at
Thank you very
Koldarenko
much,
has shared
David,
bits. Thank you, David at Koldarenko, for supporting the channel.
Viking Pie, cheers. David, thank you very much. Ooh.
David at Koldarenko has shared bits. Thank you, David at Koldarenko, for supporting the channel.
Everyone? Oh. Well, then I'm still glad that I am a nobody. Because, at least not everyone.
David at
Oh,
Koldarenko has
annoy
shared bits.
Good.
Thank you, David at Koldarenko, for supporting the channel.
Thank you very much. That's all. Oh, when I finish this bottle, I can buy a complete new one. Maybe even a better coin. No,
David at Koldarenko has shared bits. Thank you, David at Koldarenko, for supporting the channel.
Thank you very much, David. You don't have to do that. That's, you know it. It's really, really appreciated. I'm a little bit speechless. So I'll just get on with my painting. Good. One of the things that I am really interested in is about the scale color metals. They have a really dark metal. They call it black metal. And I have compared it to this blade steel. Where is my, oh, there it is. With the shadowed steel from Reaper, it is even darker than that one. Just a little bit. You are typing one-handed. Wow. Or do you mean it like it was only meant to be one? Typing one-handed. As we all know, most of the metal colors, especially the silvery colors, was easier than adjusting to 500. Okay, yeah, well, that's true. I can imagine that. I do not even know why I'm shaking these, because I don't need these. But for the silver colors, they always have several colors, so a very light one, a very dark one. For the gold colors, not always. There are some difference in them, but I found these two, and I think these are really, really great highlights for gold colors. Of course, the most shiny highlight for gold is still silver. I agree. Well, oh no. Oh yeah, I have to put you still on blue tag. I did drop not a mini. And I see I am working on overtime. Oh no. Especially for the David, I will just give you all some free time. Now I am having the second shot behind in my belly and quite some money on my Twitch account. Still, thank you very much, David. It's so I am not even really dry brushing. I'm also not really painting. Just using the edge of my brush to get onto the highest parts of this chain. And together with that nice rusty worn metal color. Now I do have to be a little bit more careful to leave a little bit of a shadow everywhere. Just a little bit. So I am getting some kind of a highlight on the metal. This is a little bit the weirdest part of the whole model, as it has a really strange flat lower back. Looks looks quite unnatural, but hey, it's a fantasy figure. Put all those chains simply it's still not a real dry brush. It's also not painting. It's more of a very wet dry brush, a wet brush technique. Cannot explain it any different. Just don't press the brush down too hard so you do not get the deeper parts. Of course, the metal, the paint itself is quite thick. Which means it will not run easily into the deeper parts. For highlighting this, I will of course use another, oops, almost again a wrong pot. That's also the reason why I have my metallic wash pot over there and the other ones over here, as I do not use metallics very much anymore. The highlights for these, I don't want them to be too bright. So I will use blade steel. Will mainly be edge highlighting, a little bit more on the larger parts. And Viking Pie is done painting for tonight. Yeah, okay. I can understand, and good takes, as long as you don't use your tea as brush water. It would even be worse if you use your brush water as tea, I guess, to be honest. I'm not really trying to really paint very straight lines, as they need to be quite dented and old and damaged. So just brushing on here and there. 6K, not too long to name a mini. Oh, okay. Nice. You can also save up, as maybe, oh, there are a few new viewers. As you all maybe know, I'm painting Nagash as a community, a Fallen Hairs community challenge. And I am starting a new one as soon as Nagash finally is finished. Only I have 3 things that I am a little bit afraid of painting. One is a bust of a tiefling that looks a little bit like Hellboy. And that's why I'm afraid of painting it, because I want especially a red skin tone on such a large mini. It has a lot of leather. Another option would be my Marvel X-Men to paint. And a third option would be I have a box full of Masters of the Universe minis, and just like the game, the X-Men, they are quite iconic, and I am a little bit hesitant to paint them, as they are, yeah, as I said, quite iconic. So I am leaving it up to my community to decide what they would like me to see to paint. And that's why I have started that poll on my Discord. If you do not want to vote on Discord, I also have a poll on the same poll on Instagram, on Twitter, and on my YouTube channel. just to make sure that everybody can vote. And all those votes count. And right now, the bust. You voted for the X-Men. Yay! Finally. Because those on Discord, they were the least favorite. Oh, yes. Until now they have the lesser votes, but we will see. It's yeah, on Twitter the problem is it is only running for a week. The rest of the, I don't know how it is on Instagram, how long that one can run, and also on YouTube, also not, I'm not sure how long that one is going to run. But all the votes count, and let's see what you can make me all paint up. Those are all the metal parts. Wow. Good. I am going to give all the metal parts a wash. And then I am going to say goodbye to you all. So, not yet, not yet. First a butter black, oh sorry, no oil wash. And I still see I have a little bit of sepia and Agrax shade color in here. I'll just put them together. Yes, I do need a little bit of a filthy black color for this. A roly-coly has appeared. Uh-oh. We get a little bit of a bluish, purplish tint to the metal. Nice. I did not know that dried up purple ink can reactivate with washes. So I do not completely get the color I was looking for. But it does give a nice touch to it, I must say. Good to know. I don't know if you can, yeah, it has a little bit of a bluish tint to it. On screen you can even see it even better. So you see, not everything has to be a bad accident. Sometimes we also still have good accidents. And the roly-coly escaped. Ah. And after this wash, when it is dry, I will use a few rust colors here and there. Good. Happy little accidents. That is what Bob Ross would call it. Yes, that's where I did get that from. So, these are the two minis I worked on today. I am extremely happy how the the highlights on the flesh of the red ogre did work. Tentacles worked very nice for the mimic. And it is almost 11 o'clock over here, so I'll give you all a free stretch. And I want to thank you all for watching, for chatting. And I am, let's see, is there maybe even somebody still streaming that we could maybe, let's see, there are some people streaming. Jimmy the Brush. Oh, why not? If you want, you can, yeah. You're welcome, Papa Pariah. Thank you for the watching. I will rate Jimmy the Brush. I hope, oh, no, that's my stream info. Where is it? Over there. So again, thank you all, and for all the chats, certainly for all the bits. David, thank you very much, and have a great evening, have a great day, have a great weekend, and I hope to see you all next time. Thank you. Bye. Let's see. Raid.